Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Firestarter. So this is a remake of the movie called Firestarter with Drew Barrymore. That came out, I think, in the 80s. I mean, that was a long, long time ago. I did see that. I think I saw it in the movies with Drew Barrymore. Maybe. It seems like I did, but maybe not. I don't know. But it's a story of a little girl who has powers to set fire with her mind. So back then it was a pretty good movie. She was a pretty good actress, and now Drew Barrymore is Drew Barrymore because of that movie. Or because of E.T. I forget which one came first. Whatever. But because of those two movies, she became who she is today. Now, oddly enough, this one's only a 4.6. 5,196 people rated it so far, so that's kind of low. But it has Zac Efron in it. I mean, come on. Zac Efron. That's awesome. Who else is in it? Anybody else? Kurtwood Smith from That 70s Show is in it. He's the dad, Red. That's all I recognize right now. So, I don't know. Hour and 34 minutes long. I'm excited to see it because I've seen the other one. Don't remember it, but I do remember this little girl start fire with her mind. So we'll see. And this little girl is played by somebody I don't recognize. But whatever. Let's see. It's not Drew Barrymore. It's not. Okay, it's not sliding for me now. There we go. It is Kiera Armstrong. So I'm assuming that's her. She's the little girl in the picture. So we'll see. I'll get into it, find out what it's about, give you a better idea, let you know if it's any good. I think it's got to be better than a 4, right? Stick around. I'll let you know. Hey everybody. We're at the credits of Firestarter. Sorry, no check-in. I really found myself losing interest in it. I'm not sure why. I can share this with you. So I went into this, I'm pretty sure I saw the original with Drew Barrymore, as I mentioned earlier. And my thought on that one was, and I stand corrected so I'll let you know ahead of time, that she was a young girl and she realizes she has these powers. She doesn't know how to use them. You know, it's a surprise to everybody and so on and so forth. That's not the case. This one starts out, not a spoiler alert, but it's in the other synopsi, that her parents were part of a drug experiment while they were in college that kind of gave them this drug that gave them powers. And then years later they marry and they have this Charlie, and Charlie has pyrokinesis. Right? So she can blow stuff up. No, she can make fire with her mind, right? So, and her dad is played by Zac Efron. And of course, because she has these powers, and they have their powers, that there's a group that's going to chase them down and experiment on them. And that's really what it's about. You know, it's them trying to run away from them, trying to get it. So then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, that's actually what the original is about, too. So I completely forgot. I had no idea. I don't even remember now anything about the original because I was completely off. So I'm not sure how well they compare. So I can't do that for you tonight. What I can tell you is, like, watching it with fresh eyes, being surprised that, okay, this is really what it's about, I found myself losing interest. It seems, you know, there's all these kinds of movies where they're trying to catch the person with special abilities and experiment on them. I mean, it reminded, I was like, before I even realized that's what happened in the first one, I was like, this is kind of like a mutant or a metahuman. You know what I mean? It's like, that's all it is. And now, after the movie's over, I'm thinking to myself, well, they kind of invented this. I mean, it was in comic books and stuff, but on the big screen, they created metahumans or mutants here in Firestarter, and that's what you got. It's just a different kind. So, you know, but still, for some reason, I wasn't that interested because you know what's going on, right? You know what's going to happen. But I don't think it's that bad to rate it a 4. I'm more on the 6 side. I don't see why I'd be leaning to a 5. The only reason I'm leaning towards a 5 is because everybody else rated it a 4. So it's like peer pressure, I guess. I don't know. But, I mean, there's not much more you can do. Like everything I told you, what more can you get out of this movie besides... and I didn't spoil anything for you. I'm sure you want to see how it ends. But, honestly, for the ending, I wasn't bought in. You know, I wanted to see, of course, well, what happens? Do they get away? Blah, 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 blah. All that jazz. But no investment of my emotion was involved in the ending. You know, or the dramatic climax and stuff like that. So, I think that's, I mean, you get the plot line, you understand what's going to happen in all of this, and it just gets like, okay, you know, people are going to chase her, she's going to light fires, you know, whatever, you know. And I think the beginning, as she's coming into her own, that was kind of interesting, but once it's like, oh, okay, we got to go, you know, that, once that whole stuff, I was just like, you know, so do they get away or not? And, you know, and then I wanted to care at the end, and I didn't. So I think that's enough to tell you. There's not, I mean, it's really not much else to really share with you. I like Zac Efron. He's a cool dude. I don't know who the mother was, but that's it. I really don't have anything else to share with you. There was one other guy who helps try and find them. I don't know who he was. Native American, I believe. And I don't know what the mother's powers were. Because like I said, they experimented and it seemed to get like powers. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. Zac Efron got them. And spoiler alert. You know, that all happens in the beginning. So, and it was probably in the original. So if you saw it, you'd know it. I did, when I was scrolling through to see the synopsis of the original, somebody said, this is a good movie if you didn't see the first one. I don't know. I don't feel like I saw the first one, so I disagree. Alright, that's it. I'm rambling. Hopefully I was helpful. If I wasn't, I apologize. If I was, make sure you subscribe and like and tell all your friends. And yeah, there's this subscribe button. There's more videos down there. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.